It will soon be cashless transactions for government agencies. This with the launch of the Cashless Purchase Card or CPC, in line with the government's campaign against corruption. President Aquino himself led the ceremonial turnover of the Cashless Purchase Card during the 3-day Good Governance Summit held at the PICC in Pasay City. Elena Luna reports.
Cashless Purchase Card. This is the new program launched by the Aquino administration to push the campaign promise of kung walang korap, walang mahirap. The card will enable government agencies to make transactions through electronic means instead of cash or checks.
Cashless purchase cards will be issued to agencies for low-value payments of a restricted number and type of goods and services. They will resemble ordinary credit cards but will have additional restrictions more suited to the needs of government. Through the cashless purchase cards and other similar reforms, government financial transactions should be 100% checkless and 80% cashless before the end of this year.
The President explains the first phase of the CPC program will take place in the first quarter of 2014. The Department of Budget, the Department of National Defense, and the General Headquarters of the Armed Forces of the Philippines will be the pilot agencies for the implementation.
A limited number of cards will be distributed to these agencies with allowable purchases, likewise limited to medical supplies, meals, the transportation of official documents, airline tickets, and construction supplies for minor repairs. If all goes well, the program will be rolled out and cashless purchases cards will be distributed in other national government agencies next year. Even in this initial implementation, the CPC system will already help improve the overall fiscal management of government and will help the thousands of officials who must deal with the needs of their agencies every day. In the future, a government director in a far-flung province need not go through lengthy processes if money is needed for minor construction to repair their office. The cashless purchase cards will allow them to procure the necessary materials and immediately, and given that accounting for transactions is automatically done, suspicious use of can be tracked easily.
The President adds, data gathered through the cashless purchase cards will be used in another government program. It will be known as Open Data Philippines, which will collate all relevant government information for the use of the wider public. Starting tomorrow, it will be accessible through www.data.gov.ph.
As President, I once thought that I would have access to all kinds of information anytime, every time, and all the time. To a degree, that is true, but it is not as simple as punching a few keys on a keyboard. Sometimes it actually involves wading through documents that are fragile given their age, and that only happens, of course, if you can find out immediately where these documents are located. Open data is a step towards having all information at our fingertips, which we can use to better assess, improve, and even develop programs and policies.
The programs form part of the 3-day Good Governance Summit being held at the PICC in Pasay City. Participating in the summit are government officials and representatives from the civil society organizations, business associations, non-government organizations, and international development partners from the World Asian Development Bank. For the People's Television, Elena Luna.